Today we're going to take a look at the Dexter 89-inch long Easy Lube 3,500-pound trailer axle with a 4-inch drop, electric brakes, and a 5 on 4.5-inch bolt pattern. Now this axle beam will act as part of your trailer suspension system. It replaces an axle on your trailer, and you can fabricate a suspension to fit your application. It is a high-strength steel construction. The axle tubing diameter is 2 3/8 of an inch. And this is an underslung design axle, and what that means is the spring seats here that your leaf springs mount to, they're welded to the underside of the axle. So the spring seats and the spindles are all welded on. Now you might notice this bend right here in the center of the axle. This is what will ensure the proper camber angle. So when you install this axle, the bend should face up, and this label right here on it should face the rear of the trailer. Now if that label happens to be missing, just go by these wires for your electric brakes. Those should also face the rear of the trailer. Now having the center right a bit higher and the sides of the axle bent lower, it allows this axle to give just enough to compensate for the load that's in your trailer. The bend helps create a nice zero camber angle for even road to tread contact across the width of your trailer tires, and it ensures that the angle of the wheel is correct for your towing needs. So the result is excellent straight line acceleration and steady controlled towing. Now the spindles, they do have 4-inch drop to them. You can see the spindles right here. The axle's 4-inch below it. And they are Easy Lube spindles. The Easy Lube spindles are nice because they have the grease zerk fittings on the end. Allows you to put a grease gun on there and pump grease in there to lubricate your bearings without having to remove the hub and disassemble it. And of course, with it being 4 inches a drop, the lowered axle beam will provide a lower deck height for easier loading and unloading. And the electric brakes, they're very easy to install. We've installed them here just to show you what it looks like. But you don't need any actuator, no hydraulic lines are necessary with electric brakes. All you'll have is 2 wires here that just need to be connected to, one to a brake feed, one to a ground. Comes with the adjuster plugs, the mounting bolts, all the hardware you need. And the hubs are cast iron hubs and drums. They're very sturdy and durable. The drum size is going to be 10-inch diameter, 2 1/4 inches wide. The bolt pattern is 5 on 4.5 inches. The wheel stud diameter is 1/2 inch, and it accepts a wheel size of 13 inches up to 15 inches. And again, I mentioned we put this all together, so it will include everything you need. The inner and outer bearings are in here, the bearing races, the grease seals, the grease caps, and they do give you Easy Lube grease caps that go on the end here. And what's nice about Easy Lube caps, you can just pop out this removable rubber plug to access those zerk fittings. The wheel studs we mentioned, the lug nuts are all included, and they even give you a nice tube of marine grade wheel bearing grease to grease your bearings. This part is made in the USA. Weight capacity on this is 3,500 pounds. And the last 2 things I want to mention to you is the length of the axle. There's two critical lengths you want to know on an axle. Is the hub face to hub face length, and that would be from the hub face right here by where the wheel studs are. If you measure from this hub face all the way over to that hub face, this will measure 89 inches. The other measurement is the spring center to spring center length, and that's measured from the center of the spring seat over to the center of that spring seat over there. So this one would be 74 inches, which is basically your trailer width. But that should do it for the review on the Dexter 89-inch long Easy Lube 3,500-pound trailer axle with a 4-inch drop, electric brakes, and a 5 on 4.5 inch bolt pattern.